The self-flashing properties of SPF eliminate the need for costly flashing materials and provides seamless leak-free protection. This feature makes SPF ideal on roofs with multiple penetrations, such as this high-rise in the Houston Medical Center. SPF is lightweight. Most SPF systems weigh less than a pound per square foot. This creates reduced building stress and can allow for cost savings. In fact, in many re-roofs, the aggregate and dirt removed weighs more than the new SPF roof. SPF is easily maintained. Damage to SPF roofs is easy to locate and easy to repair. Because the membrane is closed cell, damage is localized and usually does not cause leaks. The integrity of the system is maintained simply by caulking areas of abuse. However, if large areas are damaged, it is advisable to have your SPF applicator make repairs. SPF roofing systems are sustainable. An SPF roofing system properly maintained should have an indefinite life. Unlike traditional roofing systems which have a definitive life expectancy, SPF roofs can be sustained. Most SPF roofing systems are eligible for recovers at the end of the warranty period, allowing for an extension of the original warranties for very nominal fees. Even roofs that have been subjected to extensive abuse can be rejuvenated through a process called scarifying. Scarification is a process whereby the top level of foam and coating is removed. Fresh topping of foam is applied and recovered. The renewability factor is not only important for the environment, but it represents a big cost advantage. When you perform life cycle cost analysis on competitive roof systems, be sure to compare renewing your roof to the cost of total tear-off and disposal. And remember, disposal and landfill costs are projected to skyrocket for the foreseeable future. SPF is energy efficient. At 6.2 to 6.5, SPF has the highest aged R value of any commercially available insulation material. Study after study has demonstrated the ability to reclaim the cost of roof construction simply through energy savings. This chart, taken from an in-house energy study performed at Texas A&M University, demonstrates an average payback of only 4.5 years. Over the past 22 years, Texas A&M has used SPF to cover over 8 million square feet on literally hundreds of buildings. This SPF roof at Ford Motor Company was applied in 1990. According to Ford engineer M.M. Forrester, and we quote, "The SPF roof stopped all leaks and reduced our energy bill by an average of $464,000 on this million square foot re-roof." Unquote. Because SPF is seamless, it acts as an air barrier. There are no seams or thermal shorts to allow for the transfer of energy. Compare this to a mechanically fastened single-ply roof. On a 50,000 square foot roof, it takes 40,000 fasteners to meet FM I-90 wind uplift requirements. This creates 40,000 thermal shorts, which greatly reduce energy efficiency. Independent studies have indicated that thermal shorts can reduce energy efficiency by as much as 38%. And SPF roofing systems do not have any. Here you have dramatic evidence as to the ability of SPF to prevent the transfer of energy. Notice that the snow on top of the SPF roof remains, while heat that has passed through the built-up roof has melted the snow. SPF is versatile. SPF roofing systems can be applied over virtually all substrates, on new construction or retrofit projects. On the new George W. Bush Presidential Library, SPF was applied directly over concrete. The Superdome, built in 1973, has an SPF roof that was applied directly over metal. And many new construction applications, such as this NEC complex in Roseville, California, consist of SPF over board mechanically fastened to metal. SPF offers a tremendous advantage on roofs with unusual shapes and configurations, such as this rolling barrel roof at the Tootsie Roll factory in Chicago, or this sombrero-shaped roof on the El Paso Convention Center, or even the Planet Hollywood in Orlando, Florida. SPF can be applied directly over old roofs. SPF can generally be applied directly over failed built-up roofs. The loose gravel is removed, areas of extreme saturation are removed, and all blisters and fish mouths are repaired. The SPF is then sprayed over the BUR, totally encapsulating the old roof with a minimum 1 inch of seamless, closed-cell water-resistant membrane. Additional thickness can be applied to provide greater insulation or to remove areas of ponding and create positive drainage. SPF applications are quick and non-disruptive. SPF roofs can be applied quickly with very few laborers. This means very little disruption to ongoing operations. This 250,000 square foot re-roof at GE's Appliance Park was completed in less than 6 weeks. Most of the work was done by robot, further reducing labor costs. Engineer Ray Oakes is convinced, and he says, "For years, I've heard from roofing experts that there are problems with all roofing systems. After applying over 6 million square feet at this location, I can state there are virtually no problems with the SPF roofing system." Unquote. Water does not move laterally. Because SPF is fully adhered and over 90% closed cell, water does not travel laterally. This means that any damage is localized and easy to find and repair. In fact, for water to leak into a building, a hole would have to extend through the entire mass of foam and through the underlying substrate. And this is just one more reason why the NRF findings are not surprising to companies that depend on SPF to protect their buildings from the elements. Texas Instruments conducted an in-house survey of 20 roofs covering over 3 million square feet. The survey determined that not a single incidence of leaking occurred. Other computer companies such as Honeywell and IBM have used SPF with similar results. Art museums such as the Field Museum in Chicago, the National Art Gallery in London, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York rely on SPF roofing systems to protect their valuables. According to Rick Prinbo of the Metropolitan in New York, he says, "We chose an SPF roofing system because we simply cannot afford to have roofs that leak." Unquote. This Sears store in St. Louis or this JCPenney's in California depend on SPF to protect priceless inventories. Auto giants such as General Motors and Ford have learned the benefits of SPF roofing systems. According to Al Fisco at card giant American Greetings Corporation, and he says, "You can take roof leak out of your vocabulary with a properly installed SPF roof. I know, we have well over 1 million square feet of SPF throughout our company." Unquote. Manufacturing plants have learned to appreciate how SPF can stand up to the harshest climates. James Rumsford of the OMC Corporation states, "Our operations are located right on Lake Michigan, providing us with some of the nation's most severe weather conditions. Despite the yearly thermal shock, our SPF roofs continue to keep us weather-tight on over 2 million square feet of roof area." So no matter what the climate or whether your roof is small or large, don't make a decision without investigating the benefits of SPF. And if you want more information, the Spray Polyurethane Foam Division is the place to get it. SPFD is dedicated to providing growth and leadership to the SPF industry. SPFD strives to improve the quality of SPF applicators through education, training, and accreditation programs. Call us at 1-800-523-6154.